Hi everybody. This video is a nice helpful tip on how to take a document like this and turn it into a digital worksheet that your students can complete at home for digital learning. So first thing is I created a slide presentation, and you can see I've actually set up the details on the presentation. I've given it a title and I've put a box for name. That way the students can actually type their name into the box. I've actually adjusted the borders by going up here to these tools, selecting a border color, selecting a border weight, and then there's a red box or border for them to fill answers in. Here are some examples of student work pages. You can see that, again, the red border appears. I taught my students that whenever they see a red border, that's a place where they have to fill in an answer. Other different colors may appear, such as green or blue. Blue is usually used for directions, and green is usually used for a secondary activity or secondary set of directions. Okay, move that over here. So I've created several pages. Now I'm going to go ahead and create one more and show you how it's done. This is the document I scanned, and it was scanned using the Callaway copiers. I'm going to make it a little bit larger. So I'm going to use the tool down here to increase the size. And that'll work. I'm going to scan these last two problems. I'm going to use the Windows key, Shift, and S. You can see the little toolbar pops up here, and I got a little plus sign here I can drag to create a copied area. When I release, you saw that it popped up with this little snip. Now I have here the two questions. I'm ready to use those. I need to save them as an image file. I'm going to save this as number 6 because it's page 6 out of questions. Then I'm going to close that because I'm done with it. Get rid of that and back to the original document. I go up here to background, and it can be found in several places. The tab there, or slide, change background. Either way, click background, choose my image. My image, browse. I saved it to my desktop, same place that I saved the image just a second ago. And there it is, number 6. Now it tells me, and you can see the background here, it has changed to image number 6. I hit done. This is now the background of my slide, which means it cannot be clicked, dragged, or deleted without deleting the slide. So that now the students are all set to work on this page, and I can put boxes on this page for them to work in without them affecting or causing any problems with the original set of equations. So they can't accidentally delete part of it or anything like that. To give them a place to answer their questions, I go over here to Insert, and I want a text box. I drag the text box where I want it, and now I have a text box. Now the text box, though, is invisible, so I want to make it visible. I go up here to my border color, red, change the weight to 4, which makes it nice, visible, and easy to see. Copy and paste gives me another one for the other side. Line them up, and now I have place to answer both questions. The students can actually go through and answer each one of these problem sets and just type their answer here into the box. It doesn't have a name at this point. I can go up here and type a name, but if I typed a name in right here and I click, you see that it copies the name over, and I'll have to retype it or type it more than once. So now this activity is called Work with Perimeter number 2. I go back to Google Classroom. Here's my assignment in Google Classroom. I choose Add, Google Drive. Under Recent, it should be the most recent activities I've done, and there's Work with Perimeter number 2. I can leave it View, but then the students will only be able to view the file. I can make it Edit, but if I choose Edit, the students will edit the master file, which means everyone will be editing the same master file. I want to choose Make a Copy for each student. When I choose Make a Copy for each student, every time they click this, it goes to their personal document. The first time they click it, they create their version. So when the students pull it up, it will say, Jason Bevel, Work with Perimeter number 2. It'll add their name to the front of the document, indicating that it is their document. I can also go into my Google Classroom lesson later And without them having to turn anything in or without them having to submit anything, I can pull up their version of the document and see the work they've done. So if they do a couple problems and forget to do the rest, I can actually go in there and see how many problems they've done. If they change something, I can go in there and update and see how many changes or alterations they've made. So it allows me to actually have access to the documents without having to go hunt them down or have them go through the trouble of sending them to me. Okay, hopefully that helped you out.